Dear reader, listener, this is week 30. If you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel. Also, if you're beginning this audio version of Taught on week 30, there are only 38 weeks. So I would advise going back to listen to weeks 1 through 29 and the foreword and prologue. All of these are in order in the playlist and can be accessed on the YouTube channel Taught at Taught 2022. This character's journal makes a lot more sense if you start at her beginning. Thank you for reading, listening. Taught, week 30. Monday, March 20th, 2017, 7 a.m. Outside Starbucks once again with a hot tea. Yep, I'm sticking with this no coffee thing, and I can really tell a difference in my energy and tension levels, which is weird because I thought coffee was supposed to give you energy. Yoga has become twice a week, and meditation has become weekends only. I'll deal with the negative self-talk after school's out. I'm no saint, for Pete's sake. So, here's what's really on my mind this morning. Paulo thinks he has a job offer in Seattle, Washington. I guess technically he doesn't have to move to Seattle because the job is a remote work from home job. He's done 2 job interviews via FaceTime, and his third is this week. He never said a word. Little sneak. He thinks his chances of getting it will increase if we're willing to move to Washington. His starting salary would be nearly triple what he's making right now. And we looked up teacher salaries, and they are at least $20,000 more than what I'm making now, depending on the school district. There's one district where my salary would actually double. Also, the district seems so much more forward thinking there. They have vegetarian lunch menu options. Who knew? But Paulo suggested maybe I sub for a year or even find a new career path. Options. A month ago, I didn't even think I had any. It's exciting and terrifying. I know my state. I know my school. I know my community. They know me. What if that's what's gotten me here? This is such a strange start to my spring break. Most of my time will be dedicated to cleaning and just playing with Mimi, but now I can also think about moving and what I want to do with my life. It feels surreal. A week ago, I was stuck, and now I have options. I'm not sure what those options even are. In fact, I think one might be staying at home for a bit. I've worked since I was 15. I don't know what it's like not to work for money. I could do all the things with Mimi that I'm too tired to do now. Like I could teach her. The possibilities are endless. Thursday, March 23rd, 2017, 6 a.m. I love an empty school building. In an attempt not to wake up my family and be productive, I decided to come in to school and prep for next week. Assessments are coming and we have work to do. And since I arrived here at 4:30 a.m., had a little trouble sleeping last night, I am done with next week's plans and the week after. All of the items Megan needs to copy are neatly laid out on her desk. I was getting ready to leave when I remembered that I also need to look through my 6 hours writing journals. I've gone through every other hours, so I didn't think it would take me long. My new student, Adam, the non talker, has been hovering extra long over his journal, well past journaling time. Now, I had not expected much because he has done the absolute bare minimum on all assignments. It's clear that he's well below grade level in terms of writing mechanics and stamina for writing, but at or above grade level for concepts. For example, he may respond to a question about a story by writing, he didn't know, but then turn around and identify several different types of figurative language correctly in a matching exercise. So I was curious what I would find in his journal. And he surprised me. There were pages and pages of drawings, all super weird. Weird to the point of disturbing and possibly reportable. Images of sock monkeys missing eyes or heads. Pictures of anime type characters with their faces melting off. Depictions of shadow characters hanging from nooses. It only added to the horror that he's quite a gifted artist. Adam has been super hard for me to connect with. It's almost like he's not there because he doesn't talk. I guess I need this from my students. Not talking, but some sort of communication. But it's more than the fact that he doesn't talk. He doesn't communicate at all, period. And he makes no efforts to communicate with anyone, teachers or students. I've had students with hearing disabilities before and speaking disabilities, every disability you can imagine. Yet every student has found a way to communicate and they want to communicate. And therefore, I could connect. I could connect with them. But no communication makes it impossible to connect, at least for me. Marie hasn't made any headway with him either, but she's absolutely swamped. She's created a board in her office to keep track of her testing and upcoming IEP meetings. I did not mention this to her when she showed it to me. She scheduled herself working all through spring break. She's not here today, so I'm guessing she realized after the fact that we were off this week. Anyway, she meets with Adam daily, but he has yet to communicate with her at all. He won't even use the yes no cards with her. He just sits during their 20 minutes looking blankly ahead while she attempts various ways to communicate with him. He will comply with anything she asks him to do for the most part, though. So she's just been having him practice filling out his planner with her. I can tell she's really frustrated with the lack of guidance from his former school district, his current IEP, and the apathy of his family. When Marie can actually contact someone in Adam's family, they always say that he talks at home and they have no idea why he won't talk at school. I've seen Adam's mom and one of his sisters before school on occasion. They all have this sleepwalking zombie quality about them. It's like they exist on a plane that the rest of us aren't on. So I can see how communication with them is futile. Marie has requested district level assistance with this, but our SPED director has also been swamped. However, he confessed from the get go that this might be one of the cases where it was a gray area and likely a social emotional component that none of us were qualified to address and no IEP could possibly fix. He contacted one of his university colleagues, and we were waiting to hear back from this person who, you guessed it, was also swamped. Well, these pictures and all this, it's beyond me. I was going to take this straight to Marie on Monday, and here I thought we were making progress. Adam had been using his yes no cards with me, and Marie and I had talked about making a bunch of words and phrases that maybe he could start using and keep on a binder ring with him. But last week, I found the yes no cards on the floor at the end of class. I made sure to give them to him the next day, and we used them again. Then I found them in the trash after class. We really need to figure out what's going on with this kid. These pictures would not have disturbed me to this level if I'd actually been able to connect with Adam, if I knew what was going on behind the mask. I had a girl write an entire horror novel one year, and I never batted an eye about it because I knew her. She loved the fact that she was a gifted writer and she could make me fearful to go to my car at night after reading her story. She was a goth genius, and she has gone on to further her talents. She still loves creepy things, but she's not a psycho. I don't know what is behind Adam's mask, but I do know he doesn't want anyone in there. That in itself is strange for an adolescent. Even the ones with big issues typically want to connect with someone. The pictures had the added bonus of taking my love of an empty school building and turning it into terror. The walk from my room to my car has never taken longer nor seemed more like a scene from a horror movie. All I could envision was an adult sized sock monkey with a dangling button eye coming for me with a knife. In other news, I think I tore the skin between my big toe and second toe when my flip flop caught the edge of a door frame as I was sprinting through the dark building. Unfortunately, I can't confirm this because I didn't notice the throbbing and wettish feeling on that foot until I was safely in my car about 5 miles into my drive home. Now I have to keep driving, and it would be dangerous to actually check out the foot injury at this point. Thursday, March 23rd, 2017, 5 p.m. He got the job. Oh my God. He got the job. And he wants to move. Yes, we could technically stay here, but he wants to move. Being closer to the main office would open opportunities for mobility for him. I didn't know what to say when he explained all of this to me. Paulo, who asks for so little, was actually asking for something from me. And I feel like he deserves this, but I'm not sure I want to go. However, I'm not sure I want to stay either. When he told me he wanted to move, I felt a deep twinge inside me that was maybe excitement. Since I'm unfamiliar with feeling any emotions other than stressed and tired, I can't be certain, but I think it was excitement. And I do have a foot injury, which I'm going to make work for me. My grandma's trying to talk me into driving down Saturday to clean her damn windows again. I do not see this foot injury allowing me to drive that distance. Such a shame. Friday, March 24th, 2017, 6 a.m. So, we're moving. Oh shit. Just hearing myself say it makes it 10 times scarier than it was last night when we made this decision. Paulo's new company didn't tell him he had to move, but they strongly recommended it and offered to pay for a moving company to transport our goods, which is just wow. No school district would pay to move me anywhere, so this is a strange new world. I kind of want to go. Like when we talked about it, I felt relief, and that's just weird. New job, new city, moving, and if we're being real, I have no job. So, where is relief coming from? And then I am also terrified of the unknown and change, but mainly relieved. Not sure what I thought was coming down the pike that makes me feel this relief. Maybe another year of teaching in my current district? And guess what? I totally forgot about this stupid board meeting because I was in spring break mode. And it was yesterday. When I looked up the meetings, when I looked up the minutes, no Amy getting donated sick days to be found. This is war.